Battlefront Report, a prophetic encounter. Part 1. Miss D and her sisters. We met Miss D and her sisters at a restaurant along Ikot Ekpene Road, where they warmly welcomed us and invited us to join them at their table. As we began talking, we discovered they were of a certain denomination, and our conversation, still in its early stages, turned to the topic of confession. Miss D shared her experience of going to confess to a priest, and I commented that sometimes people use the sacrament confession as a way to justify indulging in sinful practices. After all, they could always confess to the priest later, right? The conversation shifted to the importance of living a holy and set-apart life, even when no one else is watching. I emphasize that even when there is no one to prove or disapprove, we must always remember that God sees everything. Guided by the Spirit, Age and I took the conversation in a different direction, speaking about the dangers of loving the world instead of loving the Father, referencing 1 John 2 verses 15 to 17. At this point, Miss D displayed a deep desire for the truth. She pulled out a notebook and pen, writing down the scriptures and their references, word for word, asking thoughtful questions which we gladly answered. Then we asked if anyone was sick. To our surprise, Miss D revealed that they had lost their mother just a few days earlier, on Monday, about 5 days before we met on Saturday. This revelation confirmed a prophetic word I had received earlier, when Miss D had excused herself to take a phone call, and we had prayed in the Spirit under our breath. When Miss D shared the news of her mother's passing, I mentioned that I had seen her in a vision earlier, with question marks written across her face and a deep black hole consuming her heart. She seemed to be asking, why? It was clear she had been deeply questioning God over the death of her mother. She became emotional as I shared this, and we offer her words of encouragement and strength from scriptures like Jeremiah 29 verse 11. We prayed with her and exchanged contact information. It was clear Miss D is hungry for the truth, and she is open to learning. We could see God was at work in her heart. We invited her to church, and with follow-up, we believe she will come. She was open to the message, and we trust that God will continue his work in her life. To be continued.